Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters, Jeremy Dalby and Carl Lee. Thank you all so much for your support, and if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link in the description down below, and we will see you there. Thanks again.
It's time for a death battle!
Woo!
Oh yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at it again with the death battle reaction. This is going to be Ben 10 versus Green Lantern by Screw Attack, and gotta be honest, guys, I'm looking forward to this because I remember reading a lot of the Green Lantern comics when I was a kid, and also Ben 10 was a show. Well, it was actually a show kind of late in my cartoon. It was after Toonami, and I was sort of disenfranchised with Cartoon Network. But then Ben 10 came on. I watched a few episodes of it, and it's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I never checked it out. It was pretty good, and honestly, the two sequel series were also pretty good. But yeah,
I never did catch it either. It came on after I kind of stopped watching TV and just started playing video games all the time.
Fair enough. But we also there's one thing about this. You're a big Green Lantern fan, aren't you?
I am.
Oh yeah. Who's your favorite Green Lantern?
I like Hal, but John Stewart I think takes it. I like John Stewart.
John. A lot of people like John better than Hal. I mean, they're both like top tier lanterns.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're both like two of the best ever. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people still like John better than Hal. I mean, it's just part of the game, guys. It's just how it goes.
Well, it's just great because I mean, like all of his constructs are always made like a lot better, obviously, you know, because where he knows everything like to the fine details and stuff. So
yeah, I mean,
it's just so much more cool that he's that in depth with his constructs and stuff that I really appreciate.
And yeah, and the more knowledge you have of something, the more in depth you can go with its creation.
Yeah,
and with okay, what about you, Nick? I mean, you have any history with the Green Lantern or?
Not really. Like, I actually don't know a whole lot about either of these, so this is going to be a pretty unbiased death battle for me.
All right, well, Green Lantern, what's one of your favorite Green Lantern stories?
You know, I'm blanking right now.
That's fine. I mean, there's some pretty good ones. I mean, I know that it was pretty controversial when it came out, but I've actually grown to like it a little bit. The Blackest Night.
Yes.
Blackest Night was an interesting one because, you know, the black lantern rings and the white lantern rings, it's just like, whoa, where did these come from? What is this story? And then, yeah, it's just, as soon as, you know, it came out, there were people who were just like, oh, this is terrible storytelling. But I liked it.
I did too. I actually got a hard copy of that at my house somewhere.
Yeah, my friend Daniel Moore does as well, and he's a huge fan of Green Lantern.
Yeah, the artwork in that was phenomenal.
And I think we can all hope to forget that one movie that shouldn't exist, featuring everybody's favorite Merc with a mouth before he became the Merc with the mouth, and instead was just a stupid man who made a stupid movie.
Yeah.
And even he has gone on record to say, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. It was just terrible. It must have been all that. It must have been the fact that he was married to Scarlett Johansson. Sometimes a good woman can clutter the mind.
That's true. That's true. I wanted to like that movie. I wanted to like it so bad. I watched it a couple of times, and
You couldn't find anything really redeeming about it.
Yeah, it's undeniably bad.
I will say, though, there was one redeeming quality about it. Peter Skarsgård, who played the one guy who was pretty much the puppet of the yellow
Parallax.
Parallax.
Yeah.
I thought he did a really good job.
Yes, he did.
And he actually felt sorry for him in certain ways because he had hopes, and those hopes were destroyed because he wanted too much.
Yep.
As with the story with most Yellow Lanterns.
Ambition will get you.
Mm-hmm. It's a bitch. Speaking of bitch, death battle. Let's Sorry,
that means.
I don't know where I was going with that analogy. It just fell apart in my head before I had a chance to really make it into something.
I know how
Anyway, yeah, let's get the death battle going and let's see what happens. Hey, look at that. I don't mean to do that intentionally. I was just going to the center of the video because that's by habit. But look where it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know you like Widow's cleavage.
Oh, really? Nice.
Interesting.
I'm more of a Tracer fan than I am a Widow fan.
For years, humans have gazed at the stars, contemplating the possibilities of first contact with an alien race. Will we exchange gifts of peace or weapons of war?
Weapons. Definitely weapons.
Such a
Like
baller
these ones.
movie.
Ben 10, protector of Earth and wielder of the Omnitrix.
And the Green Lantern, galactic lawman and bearer of the Power Ring. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Benjamin Tennyson was just your average 10-year-old boy. He loved video games, hated school, and was prepared to have the most boring summer vacation ever until destiny fell from the sky. Upon discovering a strange crash-landed alien device, it stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid.
Now he's got superpowers. He's no
Ordinary kid, he's Ben 10.
I feel him on the chili fries.
That theme song's so damn catchy.
This
It is.
strange
And the
device
green.
was the Omnitrix, a portable library of intergalactic genetic data that can transform its user into a variety of different alien species.
Sounds like the perfect way to get freaky with some alien babes from all across the galaxy.
Well, you do you. But the cosmic warlord Vilgax had something different in mind. With the
Voiced by Steve Bloom.
Nice.
Omnitrix technology,
The
he
man, the
planned
myth,
to
the
create
legend.
an army of superpowered aliens
Steve
and conquer the
frickin'
universe.
Yeah, typical villain stuff. But old Hentai Face would have to wait, because Ben got the watch first and became a superhero. Well, okay, first he burned down a forest, but then he got busy with the hero stuff.
The Omnitrix contains a built-in radio, universal translator, distress signal, a self-defense pulse blast against anyone trying to force it off Ben's
It's a lot
wrist,
of DNA.
and, as a bonus, it can tell time.
And whenever Ben comes across a new alien he'd like to cosplay, it can scan their DNA so he can add them to his transformation collection.
Yep.
And he's got a ton to choose from. He's got alien forms that can control the elements like lightning, water, ice, earth, and fire with his very first transformation ever, Heat Blast, along with some just beautiful fire puns.
I'm totally hot.
Also Steve Bloom.
You gotta respect the classics.
As Forearms, he's strong enough to create shockwaves with mere punches. As Accelerate, he can run fast enough to dodge lightning. As Diamond Head, he can survive massive explosions like they were nothing. But if you prefer brains over brawn like myself, he can increase his intelligence with alien forms like Brainstorm,
That's
who has
neat.
an IQ of 1 nonillion. That's a
Nonillion.
1 followed by 30 zeros, and more
Okay.
than 3 octillion times greater than the highest recorded IQ in history.
He can fly
Wow.
his jet ray, duplicate himself with Ditto, and eat his feelings away as Upchuck. Whiz, that's really not a healthy way to handle issues.
You know, you're right, Boomstick.
Yeah, he should really just stick to alcohol. And if he ever wants to suck for some reason, he's got Waka Trout, which is a fish with legs. And that's it.
Probably Ben's worst transformation, and that's saying a lot considering he has an alien literally named the Worst.
If old-timey horror movies are your thing, Ben can transform into every classic monster you can think of. Because
That's
I guess
cool.
zombies and werewolves were aliens all along. I knew it.
Through different forms, Ben can manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe, like gravity, radiation, time, and energy.
Damn.
Feedback, for instance, once absorbed the entirety of the Big Bang, and then fired it at a robot supervillain, creating a time loop and saving the universe.
Okay.
Yeah, as he's got used to hero work, Ben's aliens started getting pretty insane. Like Way Big, who's basically a giant kaiju who can fire a cosmic ray from his chest, powerful enough to hurt a being made of pure energy. And let's not forget my personal favorite alien, Mole Stash. He's a mole who punches people with his mustache.
I can respect that.
You can't write that.
Truly a fearsome addition to Ben's massive arsenal. But contrary to the show's very specific title, Ben's Omnitrix doesn't just have access to 10 alien forms. In fact, it has 1,912.
He's no ordinary kid. He's been 1,912.
So actually, they went so far with the Ben 10 storyline in terms of like how crazy, stupid, overpowered he was, that they actually had to reboot it,
Wow.
and they did, and I think a lot of people thought the reboot was not nearly anywhere as good
Well,
as the original.
He seems way OP. Like,
Yeah, well, keep in mind, if it's the Ben 10 from the first Ben 10 show, then he only has access to 10 because that's all the Omnitrix gave him. Because the guy who created the Omnitrix pretty much made it to where it was pretty much a sample platter,
Right.
And you had to actually find the creator to unlock the rest of them. And
Okay.
it
Sounds to me like they are not basing it off that version, though.
no, it doesn't, and that to me that worries me because, well.
It doesn't quite roll off the tongue like Ben 10, does it? Well, let's see if I can take one of these babies for a spin.
Where did you get that?
Don't worry about it.
Well, the Omnitrix does have one drawback. It usually has an automatic cooldown period for a few minutes between transformations, because overuse can permanently disfigure the user's DNA.
Alright, I said that 4 seconds earlier. If you'll excuse me, I need to pee out my face.
I'll fix this later. This cooldown would be a recurring issue for Ben until he discovered Master Control, a special code which, when input into the Omnitrix, just let him use it however he wanted.
And if he's ever on death's door, the watch will automatically pop him into whatever alien body it thinks he needs at the time to survive whatever's happening.
Yeah, sounds
And
super
there's
OP.
one form that's almost always the best answer. Alien X.
Yeah.
Born in the forge of creation beyond the multiverse itself, Alien X is a celestial sapien, the most powerful species in the universe.
He's basically a cosmic god who can punch planets to bits, fly faster than light, duplicate himself, control minds, use telekinesis, reverse time, warp reality, and even just straight up erase people from existence.
It takes a lot to get their attention, and that's fine. We don't want it. Why not? They could just blink, and we'd be gone.
Alien X is so tough, he survived the destruction of the entire universe by the Annihilar and didn't feel a thing. Like, his durability was so through the roof, he didn't even realize total cosmic annihilation was happening right on top of him.
Based on rough estimates made by a NASA astrophysicist, the total mass energy of the universe in joules is 4,
Well, that doesn't seem very impressive.
followed by 69 zeros.
Oh, there it is.
And to top it off, Ben as Alien X went and just remade an entirely new universe identical to the old one.
First of all, how the hell? Second, since he just made a copy universe, that technically means that all those characters we watched through the whole show are still dead. Damn, dude! Throw somebody a bone or something.
However, Celestial Sapiens are composed of multiple personalities, and if they can't unanimously agree on what action to take, which can take billions of years, all that power is basically useless.
But Ben convinced his extra personalities that that's a really goddamn stupid and he should have full control all the time, so it doesn't matter. Why doesn't he just go full Alien X all the time?
Well, a little variety doesn't hurt, right? Plus, even without his alien forms, Ben is pretty clever and has a knack for getting himself out of trouble, even when things get really weird.
And he's saved the universe more times than he can count. He's defeated Vilgax when he had the power of a Cthulhu
Vilgax.
god, ended the Hybrid conspiracy, and whooped another celestial sapien, the Galactic Gladiator, by flying so fast he created a galaxy-sized black hole.
We can tell from the size of the black hole in relation to the galaxies in the background, as well as how long it took to create, that Alien X must have been flying approximately 7 quadrillion times faster than light speed.
I get it, Wiz. Alien X is totally overpowered, but Ben doesn't keep any of those powers as a human.
Not much of a problem when the Omnitrix can instantly transform him fast enough to catch the Big Bang. The only thing truly holding Ben back throughout his hero career was his immaturity, being a 10-year-old and all.
Oh yeah, like that one time he messed with the Omnitrix and accidentally set it to self-destruct.
Yep.
After charging up for a few days, it would destroy the whole universe on its own. So that's not great.
Fortunately, Ben grew into a reliable and wildly successful hero by the time he reached the age of 16. He would continue his hero work into the future, eventually adopting the name Ben 10,000. The world can rest easy with Ben 10 as its first and best line of defense.
6-6 and Volcanus? What are they doing here?
About to get their alien butts kicked. That's what. Going hero.
Hal Jordan was just your average, devilishly handsome ladies man and hotshot test pilot who discovered a crash-landed alien ship in the desert. Okay, so maybe he's not so average.
I'll say he found this guy Abin Sur dying in a crashed spaceship who gave Hal a little green ring before kicking the bucket.
And so, by reciting an ancient oath, Hal Jordan would become a Green Lantern.
Brightest day, blackest night.
That was a good little series. I liked it. It actually showed some of the other spectrums and stuff on there a lot better.
A universe-spanning law enforcement organization founded by the immortal Malthusians, also known as the Guardians of the Universe.
Hey, there's Space Oompa Loompas.
More like leprechauns.
Okay, fine, whichever mythical creature you want.
They got the hairstyle of them.
Traveled to Earth centuries ago and literally evolved into modern-day leprechauns.
I knew they were real.
Anyway, the Green Lantern
Shut
Corps
up,
has
shut up,
patrolled the known
Boomstick.
universe for 3 billion years, recruiting members of every shape and size.
Including a living planet, a sentient smallpox virus, some guy with an exploding volcano for a head, a living math equation, and a squirrel.
I didn't know about the math equation.
Even after all these years, Wiz, comments are weird.
Imagine what it felt like for Hal when he began training on the Guardian homeworld Oa. Over time, he grew to be one of the Corps' greatest members and defender of the universe.
Just with that ring of his, it might look tiny, but if Mjolnir, Yoda, and years of therapy have taught me anything, it isn't the size that counts, it's what you do with it.
Right. The Green Lantern Power Ring is actually one of the most impressive weapons ever made. It's most well known for its ability to create hardened light constructs that function identically to what they're inspired by. Anything from boxing gloves to machine guns to an entire solar system. While a ring's wielder must be familiar with the object they're creating, they don't necessarily need to know all the ins and outs for it to function.
The ring's energy can boost Hal's strength and speed, and also protect him with a force field. He can shoot lasers, phase through objects, turn invisible, read minds, heal wounds, and fly through space faster than light.
The only true limit to a Power Ring's utility is its user's imagination, insofar as allowing the Green Lanterns to bend the rules of the universe to their whims. They can transmute matter and energy, manipulate time, form pocket dimensions, and warp the fabric of reality.
And even though I've been
That's
sort
Silver
of
Age,
like
though,
a
man.
bitch,
Silver
the
Age was
ring makes a
ridiculous.
competent Green Lantern really tough to kill. It has built-in defenses to protect against mind control, and it can sometimes yank its owner out of harm's way all on its own.
It can even defend against multiversal erasure events, like when Kilowog survived the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That's right.
That's
This
Kilowog,
technique
though,
of
man.
breaking
Kilowog's a
retcon to
friggin'
the
beast.
face. Whatever's in these
Damn
rings,
tank.
I want
Yeah.
in my dune buggy stat.
That would be pure, unfiltered willpower.
Yeah, how many miles to the gallon you think that is?
Okay, well, a Green Lantern's ability stems from their own willpower. The stronger their will is, the more their ring can do.
So if willpower is green, does that make fear brown?
Yellow, actually, as dictated by the emotional electromagnetic spectrum, an energy field from which all emotion in the universe is derived.
Kinda like if the Force from Star Wars was a rainbow of feelings, and Hal's got more willpower busting out than anybody else, which makes him really damn powerful, and really damn reckless.
Green Lantern got this.
His enormous power has led to his
Yeah.
possession by
I
paralysis,
like that
an
clip.
entity of
Yes, he did
fear,
not.
and caused entire planets to fall. But it's been said that knowing true fear made Hal's will even stronger than before.
Like when he went up against this blue dickweed Krona, who took control of all these space animal gods that embodied the different rainbow spectrum
Yeah.
emotions.
Including Ion, the green basking shark of willpower. Yes, I know.
Yes.
Hal was able to overturn Krona's plan, which meant overpowering the literal embodiment of all willpower in the universe with his own willpower.
That sounds, impressive?
Impossible?
Impressible? Hal's been knocked through a planet, blasted by a supernova, and punched by the reality-shattering Superboy Prime.
He was fast enough to fly to Earth from a planet at the edge of the universe, and factoring how DC's observable universe is at least 100 trillion light years in diameter, Hal must have been flying well over 1.5 quintillion times the speed of light. And without the ring, Hal once had to pilot a ship traveling over light speed manually. As in, there were planets and stars in his way, and Hal had to steer.
And since he can match the god of willpower, he can pull off crazy will feats that other Green Lanterns have done, like when Kyle Rayner held back a Big Bang.
But to
Oh,
be
Kyle.
fair, the power ring is not perfect. It does carry a finite charge, and should he expend too much energy too quickly, he'll need his power battery to refuel.
Also, if his opponent can ruin his willpower, or even just his belief in himself, Hal won't be able to use the ring. which is lame.
Yeah, these powers are pretty complex. Batman once had a plan to trick Kyle into thinking he was blind, and because he believed he was, the ring reacted to his thoughts
and made him
actually
blind.
made him blind.
Yeah.
But Hal's too badass to let a little sadness take him out for good. Hell, he's got the cojones to arrest God. Whiz, I gotta address the yellow elephant in the room. Why the hell are Green Lanterns weak to yellow?
Ages ago, yes, the Green Lanterns couldn't affect anything yellow because Parallax had messed with their power source, but that is no longer the case, so Hal isn't held back by colors. And really, that's not even the worst weakness a Green Lantern ever had.
Oh yeah, way back in the day, the Green Lantern went rogue and tried to take over a planet of people with crude wooden weapons. And so as a great little FU, the gods decided to make him weak to wood right before the blows started landing. Ah, good thing it's not a problem for Hal. Whether it be brightest day or blackest night, all should respect the emerald light of the Green Lantern. Or he'll willpower you to death, apparently. Give up? Please say no.
You'll never catch me, Lantern.
Bang.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first,
hey, I'm Chad Athlete Boomstick.
I'm Ben, and I'm sick.
Yep. But we did want to tell you guys about our event that we put on every year called RTX in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
It's a super fun convention where we've got a million things going on. We've got video games and meet and greets and panels and signings and lots of fun stuff to do, and we hope you'll join us there.
We can't wait to see you there. We've got a couple panels that we're going to be doing. There's one on Saturday, the Death Battle one. It's time for a Death Battle. We do it as often as we can. It's always fun having you guys there to talk about Death Battle and matchups and take questions, things like that. It's great. We got a signing right after that. And then on Sunday, we got our second panel, which is about a secret project we've been working on for a while now. Can't wait to share it with you guys.
Yep.
Is it Superman versus Goku 3? Please tell me it's Superman versus Goku 3. It's probably not.
RTX is July 5th through 7th. Again,
I want to see
Texas. Head to
Saitama versus Superman.
RTXevent.com.
Oh.
Hopefully we'll see you guys there.
I promise I will not be sick.
You better not be.
I hope not.
Stay away from me.
It's probably a good idea.
it's time for a death battle!
Okay. Gentlemen, make your picks.
My opinion is biased, so I'm going with the Lantern.
Okay. What about you over there, Nico?
Being completely unbiased, Alien X is fucking overpowered, and
yeah,
probably the lamest character that I've seen since Superman, just by being.
That's why they rebooted the series.
Yeah, so I have to go with that one's gonna win. Because
you think Ben?
He's just straight up bullshit. Like,
but that willpower, though.
That willpower.
His willpower could remove the entire universe from existence, but it looks like it wouldn't affect him. Probably.
Maybe.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna help.
And
I think he's gonna break his will by being so fucking unkillable, and his ring's gonna turn off if anything. You know.
Yeah,
use
probably.
all the juice.
Well, we'll see. We will see. So,
what do you think, Nate?
There's going to be a hidden stat that they're going to bring back, and it's going to be the reason why the person won. Seeing, I'm going to go with I'm going to go against my gut, and I'm going to say Green Lantern.
It's a wise choice. Underdogs.
Because my thinking on the whole thing is everything that they showed that Green Lantern would be at a disadvantage. And then usually what they do, not all the time, but usually, is they show it off, and then the death battle goes the way you don't think it's going to go, and then they bring up the fact that they should have brought up to really show us how the person was going to win.
Okay.
They've done that in the past
That'd
a
be
lot.
neat.
So we'll see. I'm probably wrong, but yeah, I'm gonna pull for Green Lantern in this one.
I just gotta root for my boy. Like, I don't know. Ben does look a little tough, but
Ben is a tough combatant, but yeah.
God
all right. So you ready, gentlemen? Let's go.
You know what's funny, real quick, is I actually did almost wear a Green Lantern shirt tonight. I kind of wish I had known.
It's okay, but hey. You still support your boy.
That's right.
That's one thing. All right, let's get to it. This is Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. Here we go. Meow. Eh?
Hello! Green Lantern, best-looking guardian of Sector 2814, at your service.
I can give you 10 good reasons right now to let me go.
Sorry, kid. Seems you're carrying a Class A galactic superweapon. I'll
Space
just
Cow.
take this. Okay, that's interesting.
You're not the first doofus to try to take this. It's hero time!
You should just say going hero.
Lights out, Punchy.
Ouchie.
Come on, kid. Let's stop this before it gets heated. Too late.
You ever seen a supernova?
Several, actually.
Ha! You're so lame. I bet I can even beat you as gray matter.
What? I didn't mean literally.
Cute.
Oh.
The big boy.
Throwing a literal planet at him. Nah, uh-oh.
Now the big boy comes. Ouchie.
This is Alien X. He controls all of reality. This is over.
I don't care what kind of power you got. Try to stay in blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power.
Green Lantern's light!
Green Lantern's light!
Get wrecked.
Oh.
What kind of power?
Reality includes time.
Time, huh? Thanks for the tip.
You're not the first doofus to try to take this. It's hero time!
Oh!
Holy shit.
Well done, sir.
I stepped in loser. Oh, it hurts to laugh.
Been there, Hal. Oh.
Don't ask.
That's another minor on our board of death.
Ben's
That was
absurd
great.
versatility and ingenuity put up a stellar fight, but Hal had the tools and skills he needed to ensure a victory.
While the Omnitrix's millions of aliens is just nuts, he can only ever use one at a time, while Hal always has access to all of his powers.
Even with the flexibility of master control, this meant Ben was always playing catch-up. Not a great position to be in considering Green Lantern's might.
Ben's Diamond Head form was tough, sure, but he wasn't surviving a planet exploding in his face. Accelerate was wicked fast, but not fast enough to cross the universe in an hour. And Way Big was really strong, but he didn't hit as hard as a supernova.
Hal simply outclassed all of Ben's options, except for one.
Yeah, how the hell did Hal beat Alien X? That thing is basically omnipotent.
Well, not exactly. Celestial Sapiens are extremely powerful, but they can be beaten in battle and have failed in the past. Like the time Alien X recreated the universe. He only did that because he couldn't stop it from being destroyed in the first place.
Alien X could definitely match a lot of Hal's power, but Hal had defenses against all of X's. Mind control? The ring protects Hal's head. Mess with time? Hal can do that too. Trying to wipe him from existence? Please, Green Lanterns can survive an entire universe being erased.
Likewise, Alien X has never shown any defenses against the same kinds of things that Hal could replicate, like mind control, transmutation, and time manipulation. Ben and his alien forms put up a great fight, and Alien X is easily one of the most powerful combatants we've ever seen on Death Battle. However, Hal had the speed, versatility, and literal willpower necessary to claim his victory.
Snip.
Guess you could say Hal was definitely the ringer for this fight. Oh, whiz, don't be green with envy. That pun was 10 out of Ben.
The winner is Green Lantern.
Damn.
I can accept this.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I lost technically, but fair enough.
Well, you had no knowledge of either of these two really coming in. You knew about.
They just made it sound like there was no way that
Alien
X was beatable, but they didn't make it sound like there was no way the Green Lantern was beatable. Know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like I said,
that's just why. Like usually, I'll it seems like they zone in on key like weaknesses or strengths. Like one major flaw will like win or lose a battle.
Yeah,
for someone.
that's what I was saying there before I made my choice, is because they do that, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. You know, they got to vary it up every now and again, but at the same time, I've noticed it with the majority of their death battles that's what they do. I mean, and I lose sometimes, but I mostly win when I do that sort of thing. It's just like Lucy and Carnage. They actually made it look like Lucy was more powerful, and they made it look like Carnage was weaker from when the battle was starting, and that's why I picked Carnage. Did I pick Carnage?
I think you did.
So yeah, I think I did pick Carnage.
I picked Lucy because I was just like,
yeah, Lucy.
He's pretty OP, but Lucy's fucking ridiculous.
Well, and I guess that is why I picked Carnage, but it was because, you know, that's what I thought was going to happen. They were going to pull out something that Carnage was hidden in Carnage's history that they were going to use, but that didn't happen in Lucy.
I actually got him to watch the first 2 episodes of Elfin Lied, by the way. So
oh, really?
Maybe he'll know more about it soon.
Yeah, we'll get back to it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a good death battle. I mean, it was entertaining. It had a lot going for it. And honestly, it's two characters that I like a lot. I mean, Ben 10 and Green Lantern, to me, are really good characters.
I'm glad Andrew randomly decided to come hang out with us before we did this one, because I didn't think about the fact that, you know,
he's a big Green
his favorite superhero. So
he is my favorite. I would have been sad if I missed this. Like, that's pretty much all the reasons that I like him. He's just OP as hell.
Yeah,
he's OP as hell,
versatile.
But he's way more interesting than Superman, in my opinion. So.
Yeah.
He is. Heck, Martian Manhunter, I think, is way more interesting than Superman, and is also a very, very powerful entity.
Yeah. And like Green Lantern's couple of weaknesses they mentioned didn't, like, you know, besides the goofy ones from the past that weren't a thing anymore, but like his weakness, like, you know, losing his willpower and stuff, you know, that in my opinion is a more interesting weakness than just like a fucking rock from an alien planet.
Yeah.
Like, turning your powers off.
Yeah, and honestly, man, I think Superman should sort of function like a battery in some ways. You know, while the sun is out, he's good, but at night, he's not. At night, that's when he's at his weakest.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And also, put a cap on his damn power. Jesus. And I know Angry Joe's probably going to be pissed. Like, you can't put a cap on Superman's power. You can't do that because he's Superman. He's supposed to be this
one of the main places I don't agree with Joe. It's just I don't like Superman.
I don't either. But
no.
What are you going to do? All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was an interesting death battle. And if you... look at the likes and dislikes on this. It's pretty much 50-50. Look at that.
I guess there's a lot of Ben 10 fans.
What
They're
are
like,
those,
what
what
the
are those
fuck,
couple
bro?
of those comments while we're here?
Oh, yeah. Let's see what some of these comments are. The Omnitrix can react as fast as the Big Bang. Gets his arm snipped off. Seriously? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because he did say that it would automatically shape him into forms to prevent things from happening to him. So...
Reality includes time. The Infinity Gauntlet would like to have a word with you. God have mercy. They should do Saitama versus Superman. Yes, they do.
Click that like button.
Yeah, I like that comment. So, yeah, I mean...
I want to see Saitama kick Superman's ass.
I do too. Yes. I do too. Maybe that's what it is.
Some consecutive normal punches to that chest.
No doubt.
Or super serious punch.
There you go.
Like two
serious
consecutive serious punches. Next thing you know, Superman's across the galaxy, and he's just like, "How did I get? Oh crap! Like, oh crap! My chest! I can't breathe." And Saitama, meanwhile, is just standing there, just like, I actually didn't mean to hit him that hard.
Yeah.
Oh well. Hey, Genos, you want to go grab a beer? Master, yes, I would like to grab a beer. I won't enjoy it because I'm a robot, but still. It's like, whatever, Genos. You're buying. All right, so
Good shit.
Thank you again for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Andrew.
I'm Nick.
And we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.